Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Here we are, two of us today. Patreon's your thing. Check out the link in the description below. Absolutely loads of stuff on there. Things like full watch-alongs, Modern Family, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You get something pretty much every day uploaded.
Yeah.
Full watch-alongs as well, F is for Family. There's Seinfeld. There's loads of stuff on there. There's quizzes. All starts for just $3 a month. Help support the channel as well. So check it out if it's for you. We've got this thing going on at the moment where I was watching the news yesterday, and we've got some extreme weather that's come to the UK. So we've got major floods, we've got snowfall, which has brought all airports to a standstill. And the snow is like, I'd classify it as a dusting.
It's about 2 inches, 3 inches.
If that, yeah. That's in places.
It's heavier here than it is where we live.
Yeah, but there's certain areas where it's a little bit more heavier than normal, but it's still manageable.
Yeah, on the higher grounds it's a lot worse.
So on the news when I was watching it yesterday, he was saying like we've got this major thing, everything's come to a standstill, and he says also in the USA they've got a major snowstorm. I saw their snowstorm. I just burst out laughing. I went, I've got to watch this and show the difference of what because you wouldn't have seen this. But let's see there's been a massive snowstorm in the USA. I've been watching, I've been following it.
Yeah.
But let's see what they got to say about it, and we'll carry on with our comments.
Evening. We are coming on the air on our first Sunday of 2025 with our first major snowstorm of the year. It's a powerful system set to affect nearly 60 million of us, and it's already dumping snow as a blizzard in the Midwest. It started with ice. Look at this, a dangerous pileup there in Kansas City. But now it's the deep snow that's crippling traffic. They're already seeing 9 inches there. The storm is spinning off tornado warnings tonight in the south and getting set to move east, potentially paralyzing parts of the Mid-Atlantic, including the nation's capital. School already canceled in major cities like Philadelphia and in Washington, D.C. It is a mess on the roads and at airports, too, with more than 1,500 flights canceled, more than 6,000 delayed. We've got team coverage tonight, including your forecast in just a moment. But we'll begin with Maggie Vespa in Kansas City.
That's what I always point out. That's a snowstorm, right? Yeah. You've got snow plows coming down the road, clearing the roadways, trying to get people access to wherever they need to go.
Yeah.
I think it covered something like 23 states, has affected 60 million people or whatever it is. And but when you see when it shows in the USA, you always see the snow plows at work. You know, the people shovelers, to people shoveling their driveways and people shoveling the paths. No one does shit over here.
No.
You know, I drove to work this morning. None of the roads have been ploughed or gritted or salted or anything like that.
Just dirty
slush. Yeah. And no one knows how to drive.
No.
From blinding blizzards across America's heartland,
you can't even see down the dang street,
to flashes of thunder snow and thunder sleet in Kansas and Missouri. Even a confirmed tornado in Arkansas. A colossal winter system has turned America's midsection into a chaotic, frozen tundra.
That's extreme weather.
Yeah, it is.
Right? That's extreme weather. You've got snow, you've got ice, you've got thunderstorms going on in it. You've got blizzards, you've got tornadoes, you've got everything that goes into it. We've just had a dusting of snow.
Yeah.
And they can't even control the flood zones where we've got now over here. So
the flood zones are horrendous.
Yeah. And
there's so many people whose cars are just completely submerged.
Yeah, because they can't manage it right.
No.
They just don't manage it right. But
You know
when you look at here...
Because they don't do the drains. When all the leaves fall off the trees and they block the drains, they don't clean them up.
I saw them doing it the other day, which is about
it's a bit
probably
too
about
late.
2 months too late. Yeah.
We've got rollovers that happened in times past. We're still going to wrecks, and a lot of these first responders are getting stuck.
65 million Americans from the Great Plains to the East Coast are under winter storm alerts tonight. In Kentucky, this car frozen shut and this squad car destroyed. The state trooper inside it injured after a driver crashed into him. In Kansas City, interstates lined with cars and ditches, some struggling uphill and sliding through traffic. And watch as this semi slams into another. This after a drone overnight captured this massive pileup. Highways already coated in ice, now buried in snow.
A lot of people around here have low cars and don't have the right tires.
Plow drivers working around the clock.
Hey everyone, City Manager Brian Platt here.
Kansas City's city manager even pitching in as snow continues falling, followed by frigid temperatures for days to come.
You woke up this morning and saw this and thought what?
This is going to be one of the most historic, significant storms that Kansas City has ever seen. We haven't seen more than 10 inches in 32 years. But it'll be a constant battle. We'll be out here for days.
Maggie Vespa joins us now from Kansas City, where it is really coming down. Maggie, it's not just the snow, it's the power outages that can be dangerous for folks.
Yeah, Hallie, that's right. And at this hour, we have more than 100,000 people from Texas to Kentucky without power, more than half of them here in Missouri alone, where it's still coming down really fast. I mean, look at this buried car behind me. Look at these roads. These were plowed just a few hours ago, and now they're completely covered.
That's the problem. You plough them, and then as soon as you start again, it's all thick and...
Yeah, but I get. You've got to stay on top of it, which they do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm guessing there's many parts of America that won't be perfect with the management of it all. But at least people are working on it.
Yeah.
We don't have people working on it over here. That's what I'm trying to explain. Even one time they ran out of salt for the road.
Yeah.
And it was in like October, and I'm like, we just finished summer.
I know.
And you've run out already.
I know.
It's just, I just don't know what the difference is by when we come to a grinding halt with a dusting. Yeah. And yet America can deal with this, and where's the difference?
Yeah, the kids have lost so much schooling already, and now they've got snow days for no reason.
Yeah, I know.
Again, Hallie.
Maggie Vespa, thank you. We are already seeing thousands of flight cancellations or delays on what is the final travel day of the holiday season. Aaron Gilchrist reports from Reagan National Airport.
Tonight, the major weather system slamming the Midwest is wreaking havoc on airports across the country. These massive snow removal trucks trying to clear the runway in Lexington, Kentucky to keep the airport open. Some travelers not so lucky.
We're just sitting at the tarmac for like an hour and a half, and they're like, airport's closed.
At Kansas City's airport, Jocelyn Joseph is trying to get back to college in Denver.
I was halfway through security when my flight got canceled, and they told me I needed to go back down to baggage claim to get my bag.
FlightAware's misery map showing travel snarled in the country's midsection.
I think we've seen enough there. It just shows the. I just wanted to show the impacts it has with the snow. I think when you're travelling to places like Denver, at this time of the year, you've got to expect some kind of travel disruption through weather-related issues. But like I say, they're trying to keep the airports open. They're trying to get things done. And I just think it's embarrassing when we see the weather over here compared to how we deal with it, to how other countries deal with it. And and it's the same setup. It's they know it's coming. Yeah. They told us 2 days ago we're gonna have a snowstorm. Yeah. And it's not a snowstorm.
No.
It's just it's a flurry.
Yeah. It's like what 2-3 inches max.
Max, yeah.
And I remember when I lived in Canada, at a certain time of the year, everybody went and got the snow tyres put on. Everybody knew it was like the thing to do. It's like when you go out in the sun, you put your sunscreen on. I still see people driving though with 4-wheel drives over here and thinking they're not going to skid when they're on like sheer ice, because the snow's been trampled down to like an ice rink, and they're just still going 50-60 mile an hour and thinking you're going to go. Yeah, and sure enough, 2 minutes down the road you see them off the road, and you're like, you just learn how to drive, man. Exactly. But but that one thing the TV people know how to dramatise it though, don't they? They proper go over the top now, don't they? I remember years ago it's going to be snowing on Saturday, so take your big coat out. Yeah. That was it. Buy a sled if you want to go sledding. Now it's like all these like weather watches. What did they call it there? They called it a map of something, didn't they? Map of misery or something did they call it? Yeah. But it's funny, but I just wanted to highlight the difference between how the UK copes with it to how the US copes with it. You see people there working, and with snow ploughs are out and all that. We've got one gritter that probably grits about 19 square miles in about 15 minutes. He tries to do it in. We're just going to have a quick look at what the snow in the UK's brought. The massive disruption we've had. The heavy snowfall.
The heavy snowstorm. The massive snowstorm of 2025.
The power cuts, vehicle collisions.
Yeah, let's see what that effect is.
It's havoc.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Traffic chaos. Look. Oh man. I mean, to get the airport there, safety's a little bit paramount there.
Yeah, landing and taking off.
Safety's a bit paramount there. But that just gives you, I just wanted to give an indication of the drama we've had, the same as what you've had in the USA, but to show you what we're up against. That's what you're up against, eh? And now our roads close and everything comes to a chaos. Even the close of schools, it's all kinds of chaos and bedlam. And but they've not even been out. And them roads have been cleared a little bit. The roads where we are still a little bit slushed over. They haven't been done. But it's just a bit, like I say, it's a bit embarrassing.
Just embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.